I personally fit compassion into the values by being very compassionate towards others, by like helping others and always trying to do what's nicest and better for others, and passion also by being very passionate about helping others.
The two words that I picked that I think for me most represent Ignatian values and tradition are passion and compassion. Passion, I feel something that's very strongly about is needed for everything we do in our life, and frankly it's something that in some parts of my life I feel like I've lost. When I was in 5th grade I had a teacher at my Catholic school, her name was Miss Tang, and Miss Tang used to make us spend an inordinate amount of time decorating the headers of our papers for the greater glory of God. And I frankly thought it was a waste of time, but I did it because that's what we were having to do. But as I sat in the presentations on Ignatian values that we had in the last few days, and I reflected on doing things for the greater glory of God, it struck me that that's what she would always say, that this was a work of art that we were making, and everything we do should be a reflection of God, and it should be for the greater glory of God. And taking that passion that I've regained here during our time together and taking it out into the everyday aspect of my life is something I'm very excited about. I think the equally important value of compassion is also important in terms of taking that same passion, that same ability to invest in everything that I do, and making sure that I treat my fellow human beings with that same level of kindness and passion, and hopefully am there for them as they need assistance and help, and I take that same level of commitment out into the world with me.
Well, for me, with the Jesuits, I've always thought their selflessness really comes from the fact that they are committing themselves, mind, body, and soul to this mission. It's something that I admire so much.
Yeah, I see selflessness as giving yourself to others, not worrying about yourself first, but worrying about others, how they live their life, and you want to help them and create a better life and a better atmosphere and a better experience for them in everything that you do.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to talk about the word I've chosen, which is being selfless. And the way I'm going to describe selfless to me may sound a little contradictory to you, but it's being passionately disinterested. Disinterested means not uninterested, but not having your own self-interest in mind. Passionate, I think, is clear. It's having a passion for a result. And if you look behind me, you see some superheroes. Superheroes are just they're passionate, right? They're also disinterested. They're trying to accomplish the good for everyone. And that's the Ignatian value of selflessness, that we accomplish the greater good and we don't look for the credit for ourselves, but for getting the most and the best justice for most people.
That's great.
I would say that service is the great joy of helping others.
Go.
To me, empowerment has a lot to do with being the best version of yourself and trying to leave this world a better place than how you found it. Always striving to be excellent and helping others, and always, it almost goes hand in hand with selflessness as well. So that's what empowerment means to me.
Oh. Yeah, Dr. Cherney. Yes, ma'am, I realize I went over my time, but the Ignatian values mean so much to me. Oh, hey, gotta go, the paparazzi's here. Talk to you later. Empowerment. Empowerment dignifies what the Jesuits were all about. Jesus Christ has empowered people since the beginning of his birth, to St. Ignatius of Loyola, to myself and other students that are here. Without empowerment, people can't reach the maximum goals. The maximum goal is to live a Christ-like life while servicing social justice. That is what empowerment means to me.
Service to me is about giving of yourself for something bigger than yourself, something different, a team or even just an organization. To me, one of the most important things is service to my family. I serve them because anything I can do to support my family, whether it be in the military, and as they are all in the military, if I can support my family by having a career that I can support them with financially, then I'll do that. And service to the military or service to the country, there's nothing better than being able to support a country that's given me so much. So that's what I consider service, whether it be for my family or my country.
Last night at dinner we were talking about 9/11, the 10th anniversary coming up. I work in a school with 900 4th and 5th graders, and we're 38 miles outside of New York City. when the towers hit, we had to locate parents and make sure that everybody was safe, or we had somewhere for children to go home to. And many phone calls came in. A lot of parents just walking off the street. It was very upsetting and very hard on the community. We had a succession of things happen right after that. Anthrax came in 2 or 3 weeks after that. We had a student in one of the classrooms who has sudden death. She had an aneurysm, and I needed to go into the class and talk to the kids about Korean values and cremation. And then right after that, we had a plane go down in November. The pilot was a parent of 2 of the boys at school. So I needed to pull them from class and have them meet with their mother in my office to hear what had happened. My word is service. And service isn't easy sometimes. Service hurts, service is painful, and service calls you to do things that you're not comfortable with. I've learned that God's grace will give me the words that I need when I have to say the hard things to people, and I'm very grateful for that.
We're on.